Alright, welcome to another broadcast with DerkovRenault-Le. This is going to be between Liquid TLO and EG InControl. The first game, TLO actually took that away with a very decisive victory. It was back and forth with heavy drop action on both sides. We have TLO down in the bottom left, which is going to be the red Terran, and EG InControl in the top right is the blue Protoss. Again, this is Game 2, and I am sorry if I spoiled Game 1 for you, but go ahead and take a look at Game 1, and you can go ahead and you can see what ended up happening. And it was a wonderful drop play with Protoss, with Terran. It was back and forth between harvesters, between workers, and just in the end, TLO was able to go ahead and take control. Really quick also, I have gone ahead and added a few other games, and if you guys would like, go ahead and you can suggest games that you find up on sc2replayed.com or any type of StarCraft 2 replays that you guys want to go ahead and have me broadcast, including your own games. I will be setting up an email shortly, and I'll go ahead and post it in the comments down below, where you can go ahead and you can send those to. That way I know that they are just going to be strictly StarCraft emails, and it's not going to get mixed up with any type of spam. We do have InControl coming in, doing a little zapping, being an annoying little probe. TLO is going to pull off another worker in order to go ahead and fend the probe away. InControl with great micro, pulling the probe back just as the shields drop, and it looks like that TLO actually brought off an SCV and smacked the probe for another 5 hit points, so the probe couldn't regenerate its shields. InControl is trying to micro the probe around quite a lot, and TLO is trying to go ahead and get another hit on that probe so that probe can't regenerate those shields and keep assaulting that barracks. The barracks is going up as well as the factory. TLO has a wonderful start. If we go ahead and take a look at InControl's base, it looks like that he is getting the gateway, another pylon, and also an assimilator. It is a little bit before the little ones. Oh, and here's an interesting play. InControl has stolen the gas from the Terran. Stealing the gas can shut down a lot of options that the Terran can do. It can shut down Banshee play, it can shut down a very quick stem push, and it can just be overall annoying. The little one has started to favor actually the one barracks into expand build, and InControl is still scouting around the base. The probe is still alive. TLO is going up in InControl's base. He's taking a look and going through the mineral line, a very dangerous play sometimes. Looks like that it's going to be the standard though, gateway, cybernetics core, assimilator, and it looks like that possibly a 4-gate could be on the way. The little one is going to probably keep his SCV in the bottom right of InControl's base in order just to give a little bit of sight so he can have some additional scouting. Looks like InControl is chrono boosting out the Stalker to deal with the scouting worker, and the Marine will go ahead and push the probe away. TLO is going to go ahead and he's throwing down a factory, and he has 2 Marines that are taking out the assimilator. InControl knows that TLO is dedicating his forces to taking out the assimilator, so he doesn't really have to worry about an attack. It looks like that InControl also was able to go ahead and find the SCV in the bottom of his base, and he's placing a pylon in order to scout for any type of cheese, and he can also go ahead and warp in units down on the bottom. Looks like that the little one tried to go ahead and juke the Stalker through the brush, but the Stalker was not going to have it. Goes, nope, I want an SCV for dinner. The little one does have a few Marines, and he is going to go ahead and try and take out the assimilators so he can go ahead and get a little bit more gas. The little one has a Hellion on the way. He also has 6 Marines, and he's just slightly behind in Harvester count, but that's only because of the chrono boost. And it looks like, even though that he took out the assimilator, he has not started another gas. And it does look like that InControl does currently have the Xel'Naga Watchtower, and he sees the Hellion. Neither player has expanded yet, but it looks like that InControl is doing, a very bold play, 1 gate into Robo, and he only has a Stalker and a Sentry. This could be very crucial in a critical timing if the little one decides to go ahead and push out, because the warp gates aren't finished yet. It looks like that the little one is going to go ahead and take control of the Xel'Naga Watchtower with his second Hellion. First Hellion still scouting around the map, which is really good because having map control, he can tell when InControl is going to go ahead and move out. There goes a scan down by the little one, and he does see that there are two warp gates, cybernetics core, and he also sees that there's a 3rd gateway on the way, and he does see that robotics bay. The little one is salvaging the bunker that he had originally placed down, and he is going to go for a Banshee play. That's very interesting, considering the fact that there is an observer out on the field, and he's only playing it off of 1 gas. The little one is laying down another command center and getting ready to go ahead and expand, and InControl does lay down his Nexus at his natural. There goes the Banshee to the upper left, and the Observer is going to come in. Is the little one going to see it and be able to snipe it? He does not have enough for a comm stat, but he has 3 Hellions on the field, so he can obtain some really good map control. The Xel'Naga Watchtower was not able to spot the Banshee. It'll be interesting to see how much damage that this Banshee can actually do, because InControl actually does have 3 Stalkers. So we'll see what happens. The Observer's getting a good scout in the base. He sees the starport with the reactor on it. He sees that the tech lab, tech lab on it, and he does see the factory getting a tech lab as well. Does he see the switch? Oh, and it looks like that the little one did go ahead and he did come in. Looks like that he sniped a probe. But what this does is, without killing the Banshee, this does state that you have to keep forces back here, or you have to spend 150 minerals for a couple of cannons. The little one does currently have the Xel'Naga Watchtower, but the Observer does see that, and it does see the fact that the little one is pushing out towards the natural expansion. InControl does not have a lot of forces to be able to deal with this. He is warping in a couple of Zealots, and he just has a couple Stalkers and some Sentries, and that's the crucial part. The little one did go ahead and he was able to go ahead and pick off some more probes with the Banshee in the back, because there is only 1 Stalker and it can do quite a significant amount of damage. The Hellions are trying to go in there, get some free probe kills, and InControl is moving his units to the back to defend against the Hellions, and the little one just has his Banshee and his Hellions in the back. 1 Hellion's fairly wounded and 1 goes down. InControl hasn't lost any units, any army units, and he still has to keep this Stalker back here, because if the Banshee comes back in, the Banshee can harass and start sniping off the critical economy that's needed. And here it goes. There's 1 kill. How many kills will this Banshee get? The Banshee gets 2 more kills and is still alive. Only has 40 hit points left, but is still alive. InControl is continuing to keep 2 Stalkers in the back in order to go ahead and prevent the Hellions from running in just like that. 1 Hellion goes down, the other Hellion is fairly wounded. A couple more shots and the Hellion is going to go down. InControl is going to go ahead and move in. He does have a Colossus. He has some Stalkers, Zealots, and a few Sentries. I don't know if that's going to be enough in order to hold this off. But he is doing a significant amount of damage, especially with the micro of that Colossus, and the little one does call GG. So thank you very much, and that was an excellent game, especially with the Colossus play and a very small timing push, even though there was a lot of economic damage by the little one. I think that the reason why is because just the delay in gas didn't allow him to get Cloak in order to go ahead and continue to harass the mineral line. And I don't think that he was able to get enough units out, because he only had 2 barracks with tech labs on it and just a couple of Marauders, but it was still very well played. And we'll go ahead and we'll go to Game 3. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.